Now we're
Okay.
going into Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which
I
is
haven't
brand
seen it.
new. So this is going to be a spoiler-free review.
I did read something in the news as it was deemed depressing. I don't know if that chimes with you or not.
It's emotional.
Okay.
So
That doesn't sound
if
good.
people
calling it
are
depressing.
sad, it's because, well, there's a really sad undertones to the trailer.
It did seem sad.
Everyone's predicting.
And I'm like, who's dying?
Okay, everyone's predicting from the trailer who's gonna die.
Yeah, it does appear.
I hear a lot about this stuff.
A lot about.
So
mourning.
it is currently, and it's more reviews are coming in, but it is currently rated 80% certified fresh rating and 96% audience score. So that's really high for an audience score.
Yeah, but
and
not
for a
high.
superhero movie, that's still pretty good for critic rating.
Guardians movie, that seems low for a critic score.
I don't know. Maybe
I think the first one is a perfect. It's just great. It reminds me of like the first 3 Star Wars movies,
so
the old ones.
I posted a spoiler-free reaction, but I just wanted to expand on this. Okay, so I'm not giving anything away here.
No,
okay.
I love my ears.
No, this is spoiler-free. Okay. If I do any kind of minor spoilers, I'll put up the spoiler warning. Okay. So I enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun. But I was talking on my reaction about things that I didn't really enjoy. Okay. I mentioned that the soundtrack isn't as good as previous movies.
Oh,
okay.
Their soundtrack was so good.
But yeah, even in the second one, I enjoyed the soundtrack, but this one wasn't as good. Now, having said that, there are a couple good ones that I like, but nothing compared to before. And there's one really great action sequence to a piece of music.
Okay.
And it's probably one of the best action music sequences we've seen in this whole franchise. It's really good. And I really enjoyed that and how they did it with the cinematography. Essentially, they did it all as one long shot.
Okay.
Okay? And it's all over the place, but it's great. That's all I'm going to say on that. So that was amazing. The movie does focus on one character, and you get vibes from that from the trailer. Okay? All the characters get to shine. Okay? You even get to see a whole bunch of Adam Warlock, which we get in the trailer as well, okay?
I don't know who that is, but...
That's Will Portier? Is that his name?
I don't know who either of those people are, but anyway, I guess I'll find out
I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
He's a new character?
Yeah, Will Poulter. Sorry, I got that wrong. Will Poulter plays Adam Warlock. That's a famous character which people have been speculating for years because of clues that they've left in other movies about this character. And people are like, when are we going to see Adam Warlock? And I'm like, is anyone out there really loving Adam Warlock? He's kind of a D-list character, but to me, if you love Adam Warlock, if that's your favorite Marvel character, good on you. I didn't really like the portrayal of that character, but as I don't really care about this character, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
It just... And maybe it was true to the character from the comics, but he's always been a D-list character to me, so I really don't give a damn. But we get to find out. We saw they've been releasing all kinds of TV spots online, and so they've been revealing more and more stuff. So if you've been watching all those, like they've spoiled quite a bit.
I don't want to watch them.
I stopped watching them a while ago.
I don't want to watch them because that's the thing I don't like when trailers give away. I just want to go and enjoy it and be surprised.
It doesn't give away. I will say that I never thought I would see the character, the High Evolutionary, in a live action movie one day.
Again, I have no idea.
No one knows who this character is. Even hardcore comic book fans don't know who this is. I only know about it because it was a character that really, I'm not sure if it was derived, if this character was created in the 80s, but there was a lot of High Evolutionary stuff in the 80s, and I was reading a lot, and I've read a lot of stuff from the 80s.
Okay.
And sometimes he's a villain, sometimes he helps the heroes, right? But he's just always out for himself. Okay? So, in terms of this guy's character, he's a real dick in this movie, okay?
He's a bit of a Q.
No, worse than that. He's definitely the villain.
Okay.
Okay? And he's a real dick about it. Okay? Because this movie, what James Gunn does, he likes to put a lot of emotion and stuff, but he pairs it with a lot of humor, which he does in the other Guardians movies. So there's some particularly one heavy topic in this. Okay? I mean, there's quite a few good themes in it, but they're more mature themes.
Am I gonna cry?
But he brings it. Okay. I'm going to make a comparison
Brain
to another
tissues?
movie so I don't spoil this, okay?
Okay.
If you're someone who will cry at, well, spoilers for Bambi from whenever that was.
You know who you are out
But
there.
if
You
you're-
cried at Bambi and embarrassed the heck out of me.
Okay. If you're someone who cries at Bambi when her mom dies, okay?
His mom. Bambi's a boy.
Sure. I don't care. Okay? You're not gonna like this movie.
Uh-oh. I know someone that can go see it.
So, because it's really gonna affect you.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I didn't cry at Bambi.
So there are quite a few sad moments, and I'm like, wow, that's tough. And I don't know if it's really meant for young kids because it's 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it is fun. The way he presents it, though, it's like, if your kid can't handle Bambi's mom dying, your kid can't handle this. But if they can handle that, they can handle this.
Not just your kid, but the adult you're with as well.
Was it a kid or adult that ruined your experience of
Both.
watching Bambi?
Both. I was so embarrassed.
Okay. Sure. Okay. I like seeing, we get to see a lot more Nebula in this, and I enjoyed that. She's really she's like the lovable character that you hate, right? Because she was a villain in the first one.
She's very dark humor.
But she's just that person that's always pissed off and angry and talking down to everyone and kind of being, she's very toxic.
She's very sarcastic.
But she's part of the team. She's part of the family. Because a lot of this is about family.
Right. She's a bit of an Eeyore, but with more sarcasm.
Sure.
She is a bit of an Eeyore in the way that she talks about things. That's what makes it funny.
So, I had a fun time with this. It's from 1940. The original one is from 1942. So, sorry if I spoiled this movie for you from
it's a fabulous movie.
81 years ago.
Well, I went to see it in
You haven't
the
seen
80s.
it by now. What are you doing?
I probably went to see it in like 1982 or something.
Okay.
With some people. You know who you are.
Okay. So, I enjoyed this. I give it a best movie ever ranking. And in fact, while I've said I've had fun with a lot of other superhero movies lately, this one it's not the most, I don't think it's my favorite Guardians, but I still had a really fun time with it. So much that I'm going to take Christine on the weekend to go see it.
Yeah, we're going
probably on Sunday after I go see something else. So I'm willing to go back and see it again. So that's good. So I recommend checking this out. It's not fun like Black Adam is, which Black Adam was really fun, by the way.
The first one I think is so excellent. I really think it's my favorite Marvel movie.
This one's really good. However, I can see it being other people's favorite. I don't think it's mine though, but I have to let some time pass because it's what do they call that? Recency bias.
Right, but unfortunately, you said the soundtrack isn't as good. I mean, I like the soundtrack. No. You like the soundtrack of the older ones, and we don't have the same taste in music. There is the one action sequence
to really good music that I liked. It's just one song, and then there's a callback, another song that we've already heard for, and the other ones I was like, not for me. Maybe it's just me. They were all like obscure and indie songs that I'm like, no, put in the hits. That's why they're hits, because people like them.
I might like it.
Then. That's my spoiler for your review. I'm not giving anything else away. We'll talk about it in spoilers after we both watch